Hey Joey, are you gonna get the new 3DS?
What?
Are you gonna get the new 3DS?
Why on earth would I get the new 3DS XL?
Because it has a bunch of new features, like the C-Stick, and the 3D is actually kind of decent now.
You know what, Nate? I'm not going to get the new 3DS, and I will tell you why. Because the American market is getting screwed over big time on this one. We only get the XL edition, we don't get the regular edition with the faceplates, we only have 2 ugly colors. Get in the car, let's go get a 3DS. The handheld market is a cruel bitch. Whether you own an iPhone or an Android or a Windows phone, you can bet your ass that in about a year, your current device is gonna be outdated significantly. This is where the new 3DS XL comes in. Now get mad at Nintendo all you want, but like it or not, this is how the market works. Wanna know what I mean? Look at how many Nintendo DS's came out the last generation. Hell, the PSPs did the same exact thing. Now before you trolls start turning into keyboard warriors, I'm not gonna spend most of this review kissing the ass of the new 3DS XL. Instead, we're gonna take an in-depth look as to what makes and breaks this system. Chances are, you already had a 3DS before you bought this system. You would think that, okay, cool, if I wanna transfer my save data, I'll just swap SD cards, right? Well, Nintendo thought, let's make this the most pain in the ass way to transfer your data. So they invented system transfer, and let me tell you, it's the devil. So here's the story. I was at GameStop to get the new 3DS, and they're doing this cool thing where it's like, okay, you want to trade in your old 3DS for 75 bucks to 100? Cool, you'll get to trade it in, but then you'll do system transfer off to the side. So I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And then I turn on both of the 3DSs, and my old 3DS, the regular size Day 1 edition, just turned on. It's like, okay, cool, we're ready for the system transfer. This thing turns on and it requires a system update. The update took me like 40 minutes. It took longer than the system transfer. So if you want to make a system transfer the most painless experience you can, here's what you have to do. You delete your games. Don't delete the save data, keep the save data, because that's easier to transfer over. It'll make your system transfer experience much faster. Like overall system transfer for me was about 15 to 20 minutes. So that was no biggie. The problem is the system update. So transfer your system in a place with really good Wi-Fi. Now, on to the technical stuff. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Nintendo 3DS XL in one of the 2 colors that just so happened to blend into my tablecloth. New red. There's another color, it is new black. I chose new red because I have a colorful personality. Either that or I just like the taste of blood. Anyway, so as you can tell, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. Holy crap, you guys. It's like the original 3DS XL was not a fingerprint magnet. That was the original 3DS. So I don't get why they chose this type of material, maybe to cut down costs, but I guess it's not too big of a deal, but you know, just take a cloth, wipe it off if it really bugs you that much. Now what we have here is our cameras, our 3D camera, if you will. You can take 3D photos and 3D video. Do I recommend them? Absolutely not, because they're terrible. The quality on this was like my phone from Singular. Notice how I said Singular and not AT&T. Good God. So if we go to the bottom, we will find that there's a new spot to put your games, and it is on the bottom. Why put it on the bottom? Because, well, let's face it, I play a lot of Animal Crossing, and when I had my old 3DS, that thing would eject in my pocket, because right here, not really that good of a spot. It's more prone to hit something and accidentally eject, thus losing all of your progress and all the fish you sold in Animal Crossing. So no, this is a good spot. Right here, you're less likely to accidentally pop it out. Here's where you can put your headphones of any sort in case you want to blast your Majora's Mask music with your overpriced Beats headset, then go right ahead. And this fancy thing right here is the stylus. It threw me off at first because the original stylus on the 3DS was extendable. It wasn't really extendable, it was just like a pop out, if you know what I mean. But this one is already long enough to be put inside this thing right here. So there's no need to necessarily, you know, extend it, take it out. And this fancy thing right here on the end of it is to pop off the back of your system. I really don't know how to do it, and we'll get into that later in case you want to swap out a new micro SD card, but we'll get into that very soon. And speaking of the back of the system, this is where you have to unscrew the screws to get into the back. But like I said, we're going to talk about that very soon. And let's just put this back for a second. There we go. Yeah. Oh, God. And what we have here is 2 more shoulder buttons. MacLeod, load. So you have your traditional L and R buttons, but now we have ZL and ZR buttons, kind of like the Wii U gamepad does. So there's a lot of speculation going on that this is gonna not really replace the Wii U gamepad, but act as a secondary Wii U gamepad. Oh my gosh, what if, you guys? And this is the part, this part right here, it's where you charge your system. So it's on the back now. Well, it's always been on the back, but now it's in the center where the game card slot used to be. But enough about the exterior. Let's open this baby up and look at the interior. Oh my lord. Look at that beautiful big screens. Right here, we have the 3D slider. It just, it switches off in case you want the 3D to be fully off. I don't know if they had that on the original 3DS XL, they probably did. Oh, and the volume spot is in a different area as well. It's on the other side of the 3D spot. So that's a pretty interesting design choice. You'll find that the 3DS is a little bit, the new 3DS is a little bit louder than the original 3DS. So yay, good for you. You can hear your stuff on the bus like I do. Like I majorly play this on the bus more often than not because let's face it, bus rides take too damn long. So we have your circuit pad right here, of course, still works just as good. D-pad as well. Buttons. Oh my gosh, can't forget about the buttons. Is that a little smidge right there? I don't want that. I don't want that. Go away. Go away. Shoot. Bye-bye. What's unique about these buttons now is that the letters are colored after the Super Famicom buttons. I mean, you will still find when you play games, they're not going to be color coordinated. At least what I know of yet. The only exclusive game coming out soon is Xenoblade Chronicles, for previously on the Wii, and now it's coming out on the new Nintendo 3DS XL. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. And this thing, this is the piece de resistance, the C stick. It's not really a stick. It's pressure sensitive, you guys. Notice how it doesn't even move when I touch it. It actually works quite well. The only game I've tried it on is Majora's Mask 3D, and it takes some getting used to, but it works pretty well, if I might add. Yes, it also works well in using your smash attacks in Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. So yeah, it's a pretty good thing. It's a huge selling point, and it's worth it. You'll find the start and select buttons are not here anymore. They're here, where they should have been, from the start. Finally. You can't just, look at how natural this looks. Stop, pause. No, this is more natural. Right here. They should have done this, like, from the beginning. What the hell, Nintendo? Well, better late than never, I guess. Oh, hey, look at this thing. It's a little ridge to make room for your thumb. It's the little things, see? And this thing, the front-facing camera, it's nothing special. Like I said, the 3DS camera I never liked anyway. But this thing, oh my gosh. This thing tracks your face for super stable 3D. It'll automatically track your face wherever you go to make sure that you get the most pure 3D image quality. Now, it doesn't really work for me that well, and I'll explain why. So as neat as this whole face tracking 3D is, it bugs me because, for those of you who may not know, I'm cross-eyed a little bit. Like, you can't really tell because one eye's like slightly, marginally pointing the other direction, not to where I can notice a huge difference. But when I'm playing this, oh, there's a huge difference right there. Sometimes it just flickers a tiny bit, like you get to see a faint double in a second. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean? Fuck you. A great thing about the new 3DS XL is the download speed. The specs on this system have improved significantly. First of all, there's a better processor. There's more VRAM. I believe it's from 6 megabytes to 10 megabytes, so there will be exclusive games on this system. And the RAM has been increased from 128 megabytes to 256 megabytes. Yeah, so you'll find faster download speeds, like you will find here while I'm downloading Steel Diver Sub Wars, but I wish I could compare this download speed to an older Nintendo 3DS system, but alas, I cannot do that because none of us have an old Nintendo 3DS system. But trust me on this, the download speed is so much faster. It is a freaking miracle. Now let's just say you want to swap out micro SD cards. Well honey, it ain't a walk in the park. You have to unscrew these freaking screws and then just ply this thing out right here with this end of the stylus and then pop it off, put it back in, and then close it. Rinse and repeat. I'm not gonna do that. For the sake of this review, I just don't want to risk damaging my system because I hear there's this loud crack that's just so insufferable and scary that I'm just not going to bother doing it. Nope, not going to do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Mm-hmm. And you said unscrewing the back of the 3DS was a good idea.
I did. I did say it was a good idea, wasn't it?
It wasn't. Oh, I'm about to drop out of this game. I gotta find a charger.
You didn't get a charger?
It comes with one, doesn't it?
No, actually it doesn't.
What are you supposed to charge it with then?
It runs on fingerprints.
So, the million-dollar question is the new Nintendo 3DS XL worth your hard-earned money? That depends. It really depends. See, I've had the first Nintendo 3DS since it came out in March of 2011. And I wanted to upgrade to a Nintendo 3DS XL for the longest time because, let's face it, I was tired of that small screen. So I thought, okay, the new Nintendo 3DS XL is worth it because it'll come with exclusive games later down the line, and the start and select button, hello, along with, hey, the C-Stick. I guess that's a pretty cool investment in case you're not a fan of that Circle Pad Pro, that ugly looking thing that bulks up your system about like 3 times already. And the Super Stable 3D, which dramatically improves the performance. I know I've complained about me being cross-eyed and whatnot, but overall, it works really well still. I'm playing it on the bus and on car rides in 3D, and it works. If you don't have cross eyes, man, you're lucky. I hate you so much. But if you already have a Nintendo 3DS XL, the regular one, or maybe you just got a 2DS because you didn't want that 3D, or because that's all you could afford at the time, I would say wait, because other than the circle pad, the circle nub right here, that is exclusive to this system, there's not really that huge of a difference if you're coming from a Nintendo 3DS XL. Unless there's some exclusive games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3D coming out in April, but there's gonna be more down the line. And if you want that amiibo support built into the system, then go get it. But thank you guys for watching this review of my new Nintendo 3DS XL. If you have any more questions about this system, feel free to contact me via the Twitter or the Facebook. Twitter at FerrisWheelPro and www.facebook.com/FerrisWheelPro. In the meantime, I'm Joey Ferris. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you on the next ride.